Hello and welcome to this Unicore tutorial on workflows. Today we're going to show you how to create a simple workflow of two sequential jobs. Start by creating a new workflow project and choose a name for it. On the left of the workflow editor, there is a structured palette with tools and workflow elements that you can use while editing the workflow. The Applications section contains a list of all installed Unicore apps. Sections can be collapsed and maximized as needed. The Structures section contains a list of workflow control structures useful for complex workflows. The structures are comprised of if statements, while loops, groups, for each loops, and hold. Hold will stop a workflow and allow users to provide additional input. The Variables section provides the declaration and modification of workflow variables. Our workflow will be comprised of two script jobs, with the first one creating some data that will be processed by the second. In order to distinguish the output of the scripts, we'll let the first script echo first script to standard out and additionally list all processes on the system to output.txt. Next, we'll add output.txt to the list of export files. It will become a workflow file called output.txt. Now, add another script job to the workflow and connect it to the first. Add the workflow file exported by the first job as an input file to the second. We'll echo second script to standard out of the second job and grep the bash processes from the output.txt file imported from the first script. The results of the grep will be sent to standard out as well. Start the workflow by double-clicking on the green Start button. As an alternative, you can click the Submit button while the workflow editor is active. The Workflow Submission dialog lets you select the workflow engine to run the workflow. Should you have access to multiple grid infrastructures that each have their own registries and workflow engines, be sure to select the right one. In that case, please ensure also that the workflow engine is registered in the same registry as the sites you selected for the jobs within it. Similarly, select a storage or a storage factory to serve as a workspace for the workflow. Without any explicit selection, a storage will be created from a storage factory under the same registry as the workflow engine. You can retrieve the outcome of the individual jobs in the workflow once they have finished and while the workflow is still running. The output will be displayed in a dedicated view. You can also access the output files underneath the project folder's Submitted folder. Each workflow submission has a time-stamped folder where the output files of each job are stored after retrieval. Last, you can retrieve the outcome of the second job. As you can see, it contains the expected output comprised of second script and the result of grepping for bash within the output of the first job. We hope you liked this tutorial. Please give us a thumbs up below and leave us a comment. We're interested to learn which topics would be interesting for you. Bye bye and thank you for watching.